So you want to learn how to checkmate with a king and a queen against a lone king in the endgame. Well, I'm going to teach you a simple strategy of how to do this in this video. Check it out. Okay, let's look at the queen and king checkmate in the endgame against a lone king. This guy in trouble, he can't win. Now, quite often I'll see students do this. They go, check, and the king runs away. And they go, check, and he runs away again. And they go, check, and he escapes again. And they go, check, and this goes on and on and on because they don't know the strategy to doing this. So it is a simple strategy. If this king survives for 50 moves, he just keeps getting check, 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 check. He can claim a draw by the 50 move rule if that king survives for 50 moves. So you need to know how to use the endgame strategy here. So the first thing we want to do is get our queen to set up a box. So imagine he's like a cow, the king's a big cow in the paddock, and you're trying to herd him into the corner. You got to make the box small. You can't go across here, electric fence. So we've got an electric fence around him now if we draw lines to the edge of the board. But how do we get him to here? Well, we play a game called Simon Says. So if I was playing it with you, I'd go Simon Says, shake your head, and you've got to copy me. Or I say Simon Says, wiggle your nose. Like that. I don't know, I can't do that very well. So when the king moves up, Simon says the queen must move up and copy. And notice the queen will always be a knight's jump away. That's the other little clue. If the king moves diagonal, Simon says the queen must move diagonal. If the king moves diagonal down, Simon says the queen must move diagonal down. If the king moves up one, Simon says the queenie must move up one. Now look at our box now. Before we had this big box around him. Now, if we count, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 squares there. 1, 2, 3, 4 squares there. So if the area is the width times the length. So in this situation, 4 by 4, 4 times 4 is 16 squares he's only got left. If he goes diagonal down, Simon says queen must go diagonal down. If he goes diagonal sideways, Simon says queen must go diagonal sideways. Now we've almost got him in the corner. This is pretty cool, and our little box is pretty skinny now. We've only got 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's got 8 squares left. So in this situation, you've got to be careful because when this king goes here, we do not want to go up to G6. This would be game over and a draw, a stalemate, because the king is trapped, but you don't have him in check on the square he's on. So when you get to that point, you want to leave your queen there, and then the queenie goes, Kingy, time to help me, buddy. And so king comes up to the rescue, and notice the king can only go up and down these 2 squares. He's freaking out, going, no, I can't do anything, I'm just stuck, I've got to go up. The king's coming closer. What am I going to do? Now at this point, do we go on the inside of the queen or the outside? You've got to be careful here because if the king comes up here and you try and go on the inside to get him, we have a stalemate again. The king can't move up because king's there and this queen's covering this line. He's safe. Game over. So at this point, you want to go round the king. Okay, when he comes here. Keep going around the king. He's just going to go up and down. He can't do anything. Whose turn is it? Once he goes there, we can actually set up the checkmate move. The queen can now move in for the final move and come here on the diagonal, and that is checkmate. The king cannot move. He's stuck in the corner. Game over. So that is the way to do queen king checkmate in an endgame scenario. You guys make the box smaller and just always do the Simon Says moves. to get into to the corner of the board. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Question of the day. Is there another endgame strategy that you'd like to learn? Well, let me know in the comments field and I might make a video on that as well. Hope you enjoyed this particular video. If you did, please click the like button and I would love you to subscribe to my channel. Keep on improving your game fast and I will see you next time. It's over and out from the Chess Shark. What is an endgame strategy?